Hey, what's happening, friends? It's Annie Peguero. Thanks for joining me. If you're joining me live, it really means a lot that you're here live. And if you're catching the replay, thanks so much for catching my replay. It means so much that you're taking time out of your day to hear my message. I'm a personal trainer, a fitness nutrition specialist, an online coach, and my passion and purpose is helping women feel confident, energized, and strong. So if you caught me yesterday, you will see that yesterday's vibe and today's vibe is totally different. I came on yesterday dancing and singing, and today I'm on like no sleep at all. I think my 1-year-old's getting another tooth, so we were up at least 6 or 7 times all night. And so I thought it was super fitting to make day 2 of my life hacks for moms. Today's topic to be overcoming this epidemic that I think that we're all suffering here. And it's the I'm not blank enough epidemic, overcoming that. I don't know about you, but I do know about you because you're just like me. You're exactly like me. I know that you are, or else you wouldn't be here listening to my message. So for me, I've been listening to, and you know that I love personal development, self-help books, and I use Audible. It's an app on your phone, and you can listen to books. So, because who has time to actually read books? But I love self-help books and listening to things that resonate with me to become a better person. And the one that I've been listening to recently is from Brene Brown. You may have seen her on YouTube. She's absolutely wonderful. I can't think of all of her accolades right now and the things that she's done. But her book is called Daring Greatly that I've been listening to right now. And it's so funny. Like, it seems like all of the personal development that I've done recently has all like fallen into place. Like every single book that I've read, I'm like, this is the best ever. I just have to recommend it to everyone. The last one that I listened to was Elizabeth Gilbert's. She's the author of Eat, Pray, Love. And I listened to Big Love or Big Magic. It is just it's a total must listen for anybody that is a creative, and we are all creatives, all of us. You don't have to be an artist, to be a creative. So my topic today was inspired by what I listened to in her book this morning. I had a different topic for today, but because what I listened to this morning was so powerful, I'm like, I have to talk about this because it just resonated so much with me. And I can tell, like, when something is like really strong for me, like it brings me to tears. Like when I'm listening to my personal development and I move to tears, I mean, this hasn't happened yet in Daring Greatly. Like I'm only on like the first couple bits of this book, but in Big Magic, I was like bawling uncontrollably, like driving my car, like hyperventilating and bawling, right? So that it's totally struck a chord. So anyways, in Brene Brown's Daring Greatly, she talks about the I'm not blank enough epidemic, and she was talking about asking her clients and the people that she works with, insert something into that blank. And for me, I realized I can't insert just one word. I can't think of just one word. I mean, there's so many things that we put upon ourselves, not just as moms. This is life hacks for moms, but it's for everyone. I mean, men are not excluded to this, that's for sure. I'm not good enough. I'm not perfect enough. I'm not well rested enough. I'm not pretty enough. My skin is not glowing enough. Like my clothes look shabby. My clothes are not shiny enough. I mean, I'm not a patient enough mom. All of these things, this is all negative self-talk. So right here, I'm going to give you some tips. And just saying that just puts this weight on my chest. It puts this weight on my chest. And I know that you've been walking around almost every single day of your life doing this and equating your self-worth to these phrases and these words that you're putting in that space, the I'm not blank enough epidemic that you're putting right in there. So what I want to talk about is give you a few tips, and this is not going to be a long broadcast because I have my little right here. And it's just, I just want to talk about you are not blank enough epidemic and the way that you can talk and bring yourself out of that and overcome the obstacle, because I am good enough. I am perfect enough. My clothes are shiny enough. I do not compare myself with blah, blah, blah. Here, where's your little cracker? Look, I'll put it in a bowl. So I just said all of those things in the beginning to illustrate a point, that these are the things that we say maybe every single day, maybe not out loud, but maybe we are secretly feeling and thinking some of these things that are attached to this epidemic. So an epidemic, that's a strong word, isn't it? Yeah, it is. And it's meant to, on a purpose, because that's what it's doing. It's affecting our children. It's affecting our marriages. It's affecting our own mental wellness. So yeah, it's an epidemic. It totally is. All right, so let's get right to it. If I placed my own self-worth on my to-do list and on all the business development practices that I've learned, right? And just the different books that I've read and things like that. If I placed my own self-worth in whether or not I'm accomplishing those things that I've been learning, I would be in a bad place. And I wonder how about you? Like, if you look at somebody who's, if you're comparing yourself to another mom, to somebody else over here, somebody that you're only seeing the highlight reel of their life on social media, right? Because that's totally all it is. People are not sharing, their dirty laundry most of the time. And that's fine. Nobody wants to see your dirty laundry. So if I equated my own self-worth with those things, then I would fall short. And I would never be able to get back up from that, So my advice, my recommendation, and something that I've been doing for a really long time is, number one, I'm on a news fast. I'm on a news fast. And, after Election Day and all that stuff, I think it might be a really great thing for all of us to do, is to really go on a news fast. Now when I say that, I don't mean be oblivious to the world, because you definitely need to know what's going on in the world. But for the most part, don't spend your days and your nights and every waking moment figuring out and being tuned into what's going on in the world. And certainly don't get your news from Facebook, and maybe branch out from CNN and Fox News. I mean, come on, you guys. Maybe check out something a little that shares the news in a little bit more of a real way, as opposed to just a one-sided way of thinking. So I recommend going on a news fast. You're welcome. You guys, do me a favor. Hi, Steph. You guys, do me a favor. If you could please click an emoji of the way that you're feeling right now. If there was a tired emoji, I'd be clicking that. But if you could click an emoji and let me know how you're feeling right now, that would be awesome. So, and then number two, a celebrity fast. Please go on a celebrity fast. Don't pay attention. Don't focus on the things that, celebrities are doing in the media, because there's a place where I think that we're often comparing ourselves. And, of course, you're going to feel like you might not be X, Y, or Z enough compared to a celebrity in the media. And for a variety of reasons, obviously. I mean, I don't need to go into everything that's going on with that scene, but that is something that's going to make you feel not awesome about yourself and your own life. So I recommend not paying attention to that. And number three, Oh, good. You have my giant water? Sure. The number 3 thing is when you are engaged in some type of comparison, realize it. Don't always just push it out of your mind. Realize it and be like, okay, say you're at, you're the dropping off at school line, or you're at dance class where you have to stand there with your toddler and there's all these other moms. Recognize that you're playing some comparison game. Take a look at yourself and be like, ooh, in my mind right now, I'm comparing myself to X, Y, and Z mom over here. And I'm feeling this way because, take a minute to actually dissect and bring awareness and mindfulness to what's going on, in your mind when you're playing that comparison game. It will totally help you. It really will help. And the last thing that, my last tip for overcoming the I'm not blank enough epidemic is practice some affirmations. Practice some affirmations and really make it a part of your daily routine. Saying out loud some things that are going to bring you energy. And Steph, I was talking with her yesterday, and she was talking about saying her affirmations out loud and just the joy and the empowerment that brought to her. I'm like, I'm going to do that with my 3-year-old this morning. So on our way to school, I turn around, I was like, Lily, repeat after mama, I am awesome. And she's like, I am awesome. And she got this huge smile on her face. And I'm like, I am strong. And she repeated it. I am smart. And she repeated it. I am a very fast runner. And she repeated it. And a few other things that she repeated. And just to see that giant smile on her face, I knew that I was not passing on my I'm not blank enough epidemic to her, regardless of the fact that I'm working on coming out of that epidemic myself and breaking free of it. And realizing that I am giving her a gift of knowing, yes, here, would you like a cracker? That she is awesome, that she's totally good enough, that she's smart and that she's strong, and she's not average, and she's not medium, that she is just a joy and a beautiful girl, and she can do anything that she wants, because isn't that what it's all about, passing that on to our kids? We have to fix it in our own head before we can pass it on to anyone else. Our people that we work with, our children, our team, our, whatever. And we definitely have to fix it in our own head before we pass it on to them. So that's my message for you today. And I hope that you take that with an open heart and know that, when you're thinking these things, and so many of us want to push those feelings aside and be like, not even recognize that maybe you might be feeling inadequate, or you might be feeling tired, or you might be feeling whatever. Recognize that you're feeling it and really make an effort to bring yourself up out of that and talk yourself into a place that you actually are in, because you are amazing. You are beautiful. You are strong. You are good enough. You are better than good enough. You are a shining, beautiful star. You really, really are. And we're all in this together, ladies. We are all here for each other. We're all in this together. This is a community of beauty and empowerment and love. And I really feel that being together on this is where it's at. And this is how we're going to get through challenging times, when our children are teething, and when we're tired, or when, our to-do list is not going to get tackled, and it's okay. It's totally fine. Thanks so much for being here. If you could tag a friend that might want to hear this message, that would be fantastic. Maybe share on your page. That would be great too. But definitely leave me a comment and let me know with emojis how you're feeling. Thanks so much, you guys, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow for day 3. Have a great, great Tuesday. Love you.